Life is a journey filled with ups and downs, challenges and triumphs. It is a constant struggle between our inner strength and weakness. While we all strive to live life with purpose and stability, there are habits that often prevent us from revealing our full potential. In this transformative journey, we will consider 7 habits that make you weak and learn how to overcome them using the principles of Stoicism. Stoicism, an ancient Greek philosophy founded by Zenon in the early 3rd century BC, offers eternal wisdom that can help us navigate the difficulties of modern life. Stoicism teaches us to focus on the fact that we can control, develop virtues such as wisdom, courage and self-discipline, and accept inevitable challenges in life with dignity and stability. Immersed in these 7 habits, remember that self-awareness is the first step to transformation. By recognizing and realizing these habits in ourselves, we can begin the path of replacement with their Stoic principles that will give us strength, purpose, and inner peace. Habit number 1. Procrastination is a thief of time, Epictetus said. The key is to keep society only with people who lift you up, whose presence calls for the best in you. Procrastination is an act of postponing tasks and responsibilities. This is a habit that torments many of us. It undermines our determination, hinders our progress, and ultimately deprives us of precious time, which could be invested in personal growth and meaningful efforts. The Stoic approach to procrastination is the concept of a catch-all day. In Stoicism, the emphasis is made on the present moment and in its maximum use. Procrastination, on the contrary, is rooted in the concern about the future or discomfort of the current task. To overcome this habit, we must take a staid look at things and remind ourselves that the only time we really have control over is now. The epithet of the staid philosopher advised us to focus on what is in our control and to let go of what is not in our control. Procrastination often occurs due to fixation on potential results or difficulties in the task, instead of simply acting. By adopting the Stoic principle of focusing on the process, not on the result, we can free ourselves from such procrastination. Start with setting small, manageable goals and work consistently on their achievement. Accept discomfort and uncertainty of the present moment, for it is in these moments of trials that we grow and develop the strength to solve larger tasks. Remember that time is a limited resource, and every day you put off is a day lost forever. Habit number 2. Negative inner dialogue. The enemy is inside. Mark Aurelius said, "Our life is what our thoughts make." The way we talk to ourselves has a deep impact on our self-respect, confidence, and general well-being. Negative inner dialogue is a habit that weakens us, destroying our self-confidence and preventing us from discovering our true potential. Stoicism teaches us to take control over our thoughts and to replace negativity with rationality and self-compassion. Mark Aurelius, one of the most famous Stoic philosophers and Roman emperors, emphasized the importance of monitoring our inner dialogue. He believed that our perception of the world is formed by our thoughts. And therefore we must strive to maintain a positive and rational view. To fight negative inner conversation, start by observing your thoughts without judgment. Notice when you get self-criticism or doubt, and you call these thoughts out of rationality. Ask yourself whether these thoughts are based on facts or whether they are just the product of fear and uncertainty. Stoicism urges us to practice self-compassion, addressing ourselves with the same kindness and understanding that we would offer a friend who is facing a similar situation. Instead of blaming yourself for mistakes or perceived shortcomings, focus on what you can get out of them and how you can improve. By replacing negative inner dialogue with Stoic principles of rationality and self-pity, you will discover inner strength and stability, which will give you the strength to look at the challenges of life with confidence and grace. Habit number 3. The desire for external approval. The approval trap. Stop looking for things that happen and start looking for things that never happen. The desire for external approval is a habit that often makes us vulnerable to the opinions and judgments of others. It weakens our sense of self-worth and happiness because it places our self-esteem in the hands of others. Stoicism teaches us to find our confidence from within and to focus on our own character and actions, not on the opinions of others. Epictetus, known for his teachings on the self, emphasized the importance of the distinction between what is given to our control and that which is not. The aspiration for external approval falls into the field of what lies beyond our control. We cannot control how others perceive or judge us, but we can control our thoughts, actions, and character. To free yourself from the trap of approval, start with recognizing the validity of the aspiration for approval from external sources. Understand that no matter how hard you try, you cannot control the opinion of others. Instead, direct your energy to the development of good people, such as wisdom, honesty and kindness. Stoicism urges us to compare our actions with our values and principles and not to seek approval from others. When you act in accordance with your own moral compass, you will find a sense of inner approval that is much more significant and stable than external praise. Habit number 4. Complaining. Habit of powerlessness. If you are upset with something external, the pain is not caused by the object itself, but by your assessment of it. And you can call it off at any time. Complaining is a habit that weakens us, focusing our attention on negative aspects of life, contributing to the mentality of the victim and supporting the cycle of powerlessness. Stoicism teaches us to change our perspective and take responsibility for our reactions and relations, regardless of the circumstances. Our perception of external events ultimately comes under our control. It is not the events themselves that cause us stress, but our interpretation of these events. Complaining about external circumstances only strengthens the mood of helplessness and discontent. To get rid of the habit, complain, practice gratitude and change your perspective. Instead of focusing on what you don't have or what is going wrong, focus on what you have and what is going right. Consider the general picture and realize that challenges and failures are opportunities for growth and education. Stoicism urges us to accept the innate unpredictability of life and develop emotional stability in the face of difficulties. By changing your perspective and taking responsibility for your reactions, you will find that complaints no longer hold you back, and you will be able to resist the challenge of life with a sense of confidence. Habit number 5. The desire for empty pleasure. True happiness is to enjoy the present without worrying about the future. A relentless desire for material things and wealth is a habit that often makes us feel empty and dissatisfied. It weakens our sense of satisfaction and distracts us from deeper, more significant aspects of life. Stoicism teaches us to find happiness in the present moment and to focus on the development of internal virtues, not on external possessions. Seneca, an outstanding Stoic philosopher, emphasized the importance of the distinction between desires and needs. Excessive materialism arises from the insatiable desire for a greater and erroneous conviction that possession of things will bring long-term happiness. Stoicism urges us to reevaluate our desires and give preference to those that correspond to our values and well-being. To overcome the habit of excessive materialism, start practicing satisfaction with what you have. Admit that the desire for material possessions often leads to a cycle of desire and dissatisfaction. Instead, focus on the development of virtues, such as wisdom, courage and kindness, which are the real sources of satisfaction. Stoicism also urges us to be aware and grateful, appreciating the simple pleasures of life and finding joy in the present moment.